So you've got a Geographic running in the first race. Tell us something more about Geographic.
She's a recent import from another stable, and she's been doing some good workouts, but she's got no form to go by. And let's hope she runs a good race tomorrow. The dangers would be Jerusalem, and the nearest double rides him.
We've got Goldiva in the first race. How's it going for Goldiva?
Yeah, she works very well. In fact, I've got my jockey Sandesh over here, and he always says she works like a class one horse, but in the race she's absolutely different. I would have loved to put him on, but since he's disappointed with her, I've got Vishal Bunde. Again, she's worked brilliantly. If she reproduces that, she'll win. I've tried something different with her. I've removed. I mean, I've snapped a pair of blinkers on her, and
You think
hopefully,
it's going to make any difference?
I hope it does. I hope it does. In the work, definitely it has. So I'm crossing my fingers.
Okay, and anyone to look out for in this field, sir?
There's a geographic of Imtiaz's, Prince of War, and Jerusalem. There's not much in the race. So if she just reproduces the work, hopefully she should go close.
I'm sure the blinkers, have some effect.
We hope so.
You've got Jerusalem in the first race. So what are your expectations out of Jerusalem from the last time it ran to tomorrow?
Jerusalem is a very attractive looking horse, and I hope he does something good in the races, though he is working very well just now. I think he's coming back to his form. I'm hoping him to run a good race. Yeah.
Anyone to look out for
He's
just.
the horse who is working very well. I think all have to beat that horse.
So we've got Michigan and Zip Along in the first race. How's it going for them?
Zip along, just coming from a setback. She had a major cough problem. I just expect her to run a decent race. Whereas Michigan is showing a lot of improvement, but this field seems to be a little strong. I'll be very happy if we can just about place in this race.
And do you think you could tell me if there was any one name who could be a probable threat?
Yeah, sure. There's a horse called Geographic with Imtiaz. I think she will stand out in this field.
So you've got Chamonix running tomorrow. Of course, out of the 4 runs, he's had 1-3. So how's it looking for Chamonix?
Well, yes, you're right. She's won 3 out of 4. She's a very staying sort of filly, and she's bred to stay. So I've put her into a mile and a half. I also have another horse there, Wordsmith, who's very talented, but hasn't been running good races. He's run sort of on and off. He's got very good form. So I think both of them will stay, and they should run well.
So how's it looking for Arbella the second race?
Yeah, Abel in the second race is unfortunately the filly who placed in the classics, but she's still a maiden. And tomorrow I'm running her a right trip of mile and a half. One horse to beat would be Chamonix in the race. Sandesh rides my horse.
Third race, you've got Golden Neil. So how's the track work looking and performance you think from the last run?
Very nice horse. He has done well for me in Pune. One race, he was supposed to go to the front and he couldn't make it there. He's a nice front running horse, and all his 5 workouts have been excellent. He is showing all signs back to the form, and I expect him to run a great race. And all things are plus for him. Only minus, he hasn't had a run for some time, but I think he'll overcome that. The horse there will be Pacey's horse there called Dragon Lord, who's had a few runs here, and he's got some form on him.
So you've got Tussauds in the third race tomorrow, of course, who won last time in the lower class. What are your expectations from him from tomorrow's races?
Well, he won very well last time. So I'm hoping he will run a good race. I'm hoping he wins. But he has got opposition this time. He's got a horse. There's a horse called Golden Neil who's been running consistently in better company. And there is a horse called Dragon Lord also who's also very good. He's runs 2 seconds. So I think these are the two main horses which everybody will have to beat.
Dragon Lord, I've entered him in a mile. He's been a bit temperamental and given me a little bit of trouble in the gates. He's a lot better now, and I think he'll run a good race.
In the third race I have a filly called Silver Springs. She's doing some pleasing workouts, but she's a little temperamental. It's a very, very open race. CS Jodha rides her, and I hope she runs well.
Talking about Anushka, drawn 12, but has always been consistent. What is your take on Anushka's performance?
I very much agree with you. She's been quite consistent, and this time I've taken 5 kilos off. And it's a big field. I hope the boy can take a good position and ride her from there. She should run a big race, I feel. Let's hope for the best.
Want to look out for in this field for Anushka?
Like I said, I've taken a 5 kilo off with the draw, so that's a bit of a stress factor. But hope for the best. Let's see.
So in the fourth race, you've got Moment of Madness. So what are the chances of Moment of Madness, according to you?
Well, Moment of Madness is one very genuine filly, genuine mare now, I should call her. She's a 7-year old. She is running in class 5, and I think she stands a decent chance in the race. It's a little extended trip, but the boy who I put last time also he suggested give her a little longer. So I found this age group race. So let's hope she does well in this race.
Okay. And you think any danger for Moment of Madness in this field?
I
One or
feel-
two?
Yeah, I feel there is a horse called Intense Belief who is in good form. And then one more horse is there who is can do well. That is Sphere. Yeah, he can do well. Winner last time in his same trip, so can do well. But it's a okay race. It's a little competitive race, but nothing great. Bottom class horses are you cannot say they are great horses. So I hope she does well.
So we've got Intense Belief in the fourth race, of course, who won very impressively last time out, and getting her back on the field in just 9 days. So tell us something about Intense Belief. How's it going?
Yeah, she's taken the race well. She's eaten her feed, and she stayed in the same class. And it was a 5 years old and over race, so I just taken a chance and put her in. Of course, it's a competitive field. There's 16 horses in the race. I've managed to get a good draw. I'm drawn 5, but there's Dalasan with Sandesh rides, who's consistent. He ran second last time. He's the danger, and we've got Esfir, who's had some good form. But the run of the race will count with 16 horses in a 7 furlong race.
Marlboro man running. He ran a very promising race in the 9 furlongs last time. Distance might have been a tad bit longer. This time he runs a 7 furlongs. It's been his winning distance the last time, and we also ran second in Pune, very close second. I think he can win this race. Surprisingly, is a very tough race. There are a few horses who've been waiting for their chance to win. Sphere is one that I can remember, and there is a horse called Moment of Madness, who's also right up there. So it's going to be a tough race, but I should matter in the finish.
So in the fourth race, you've got Sphere, who won last time out in Pune, and of course, it's been a month since she last ran. So, what are you expecting from her tomorrow's races?
Well, she was supposed to run a race, but she got withdrawn due to veterinary grounds. She's very well now. I think she'll also run a good race, but she's got opposition also. There are a couple of horses. One is Dalasan, the other one is uh, Marlboro Man. These are the two horses. Then there's a dark horse, Moment of Madness. She can also upset. So basically, it will be a fighting chance for me. But I hope she comes out and runs a very good race.
Charming Star in the fourth race, sir. So, tell us something about Charming Star.
Charming Star's run a very good race last time, though he's sixth. He's, I think, 3.5 or 3.75 lengths behind the winner. I expect him to put a very good show this time.
Okay, sir.
I'm expecting a lot from him today.
Anyone else to look out for in this field for Charming Star?
No, it's a very open field.
A horse called Caprilla in the fourth race, to be ridden by P.S. Kaviraj. Total disappointment, this horse. Usha Stud farm horse, expensive purchase. Done nothing so far. If he runs well, I'll try and flog him. Race we have two horses, a horse called Pride Angels and a horse called Dexa. Dexa, unfortunately, Bangalore didn't suit him. He lost his form in Bangalore, and the climate didn't suit him. Likewise, Pune didn't suit him. He's come here and he's looking better, working better. He's had one start when that start he blew up. Let's hope tomorrow the handicap he does well. There's one horse called Cody Leon to beat.
What are your thoughts on the first night racing of the year?
It's exciting, exciting. I know some of the jockeys don't like it, but I think it's nice. It's good fun. Hope we draw more crowds.
Yes, we will. How's it looking for Rafaelo, sir, from the last time it ran out?
He's had a run over here. Of course, he's ran with the classic horses. He's just a shorted head behind Supernatural and Mojito, who ran second and third in the Guineas behind my horse ahead of my time. I think I give him the best chance of mine in the day. Yeah, I know there's Coeur de Leon, who's also finished fifth in the Guineas, but the run of the race should suit him. I've got Sandesh on him, and he's looking very well. He's worked brilliantly. I think he'll go very close to winning. The other horse in the race is Flying Scotsman and Dexa. Dexa has had very good juvenile form, but he has to prove himself now. He ran last the last time, but he's come up and he's worked well. So cross our fingers, but I know my horse will give a very good account of himself.
So we're also beginning this new year, this season with night racing. So what are your thoughts on this night racing, sir?
It's good to have it back after 2 years after the COVID break. Of course, some horses like it, some horses don't, so we never know. But it's nice to have it back. And I've always noticed the crowds are definitely more during the night racing than the day racing.
Lovely. I'm sure that will make a lot of difference even to.
We hope so. We hope so.
Fifth race, I've got Coeur de Leon. He's one of my better horses in my stable. He ran a very decent fifth in the 2000 Guineas over a similar trip. He's going to improve on that, certainly. And I definitely like him in this race.
So it's the new year, and tomorrow is the first day of the night racing. So I want to know, what do you think about this? How's it going to be?
Night racing always excites me. It's a very good idea, very good concept. Uh, well executed, it will get us a lot of footfalls, and that's what racing needs at this time. And people do have a lot of leisure time in the evening. They roll in. It may take a little time, but this will develop well as we proceed in the season, especially towards the summertime. But people will love it if they have a good time, they have good food, good drinks, and a good time, a good place to sit somewhere. I'm sure the youngsters and all will want to come here.
Then I have two horses called Big Red and Star of Orion running in the baby races, Water 7. Both should run well. I mean, Big Red to be ridden by Sandesh. He's a good horse. And Star of Orion also very good filly. A mother won the Oaks in Bombay. So Vishal Mune rides and I hope they both should run well.
El Greco running in the baby race with a couple of my other babies. I have another horse called See the Sun and Chevenix Trench. They've all worked well, and they've all doing well. And I don't have too many 7 furlongs to choose from, so I've entered them all into the first 7 furlong that came along.
Moving on, we've got Smile of Fortune, it's been a while that he last ran. So how do you think he's going to perform tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. He had a run. He was not ready that time, but he's definitely improved after that run of his. I have put a blinker on him. He's really had a very good track work with that. And on the work, I think he will be right there.
Okay, all right. And in this field, anyone to look out for, Smile of Fortune?
It's a very open field. It's a baby race, so you never know what horses are ready and how they're going to perform. But definitely, my horse should be running a big race.
You've also got General running in the races tomorrow. What are the chances for General?
Well, the general ran the first day, the 5 furlong race, which he needed desperately. He was a little thick and thick, so he needed that race. So now with a run under his belt, he's working well. And let's see, a run advantage is a run advantage, and hope I win this race.
So we've got Waikiki next. What do you have to say about Waikiki and its track work?
Waikiki ran a good race last time. She's second to a very good horse. She's improved on that, and 1400 meters will be much better, I think, than 1200 for her.
Yeah.
The other horses, I don't know the form because most of them are good horses, but they've not run before. So I have an advantage of a run.
In the seventh race, you've got Mojo, who's also been a very consistent filly. So, how do you think are our chances for tomorrow?
Um, she has done well. She had a bit of a setback, but she's come out well, and she has the speed. And I hope that she does well tomorrow. I think Haunting Goddess is the horse that one has to watch out for.
All right, we've got stars for you in the seventh race, sir. How's it going for stars for you? And do you think stars for you is a good chance?
She has an outside chance to run a decent race, I believe. A fair race, I would rather call it. And she's going to retire very soon. So we are taking our chances, maybe the last time or the second last time. Yeah. So I hope she runs a good race, a fair race. I'll be very happy.
You've got Sky Commander coming up. How's the track work looking for Sky Commander, sir?
He's had two more crashes. He's still a maiden. This is his first start. It's a debut run. And maybe a little sharp. Let's hope he runs a good race. I've got my apprentice Sabah riding him because he's ridden him twice in mock races.
And anyone to look out for Sky Commander?
You can't really say it's too many good horses in the race.
Tell me something about Victory Chant and House of Lords, sir. Who do you think
House of
would
Lords
you?
is right there. He's knocking on the door for a long, long time. And I'm just trying a change of rider, Kaviraj. I'm fingers crossed. I think he'll put up a good show because I've kept him very fresh this time. And he's looking good to me.
Victory Chant.
Decent chance. And the other horse I've got is Victory Chant. He's run a decent race last time, improved a lot. Maybe he'll require this one.
Okay, so you think, of course,
The better horse is House of Lords. Much better.
okay. And anyone else to look out for in this week?
Oh, yes, there's Hunting Goddess. If she shows her old form, nothing will beat her here.
Let's talk about Adamus in the seventh race.
Adamus is a bit dry horse, but luckily he's having a evening racing, and I'm sure he'll like it. Five may be a little sharp for him. He's running after a very big gap. Hunting God is the horse there to beat.
In the seventh race, you've got Champagne Smile. How's it going for Champagne Smile, sir?
She's been consistent this season. She's gone to the front in both her starts. She's run both the times in a 1200-meter race. This time it's a 5 furlong, 1000 should suit her. Unfortunately, it's in class 4. And there's Hunting Goddess of Pacey Shroffs and Mojo of Faisal Abbas. Of course, Mojo won the million in Pune, beating a good filly of Altaf's Divine Thoughts. So I have to beat them both. But my filly run a good race. She'll run close.
Majestic Warrior and Northern Singer coming up, sir.
Majestic Warrior has been the most consistent, like I said last time. He's always been there. Last time, fourth, very close fourth. I think he's short head, long neck, one length. That also he shifted out. I've put a hanging bit to stop him from going out. It should help him. But I think all of us have to beat a horse there called Dragoness. Then we have another runner called Northern Singer. She could be a surprise runner. That's all I can say.
So let's talk about Dragoness, who placed third in the last run in the distance of 1400 meters. What do you have to say about that?
Last time she was a bit unlucky. She came out a little slow and they've stopped her. So we've given her great practice. She's passed that. And 1200 is ideal distance for her. I think she has a very good chance to win.
Okay, sir. All right. And anyone else you think who could be a probable danger to Dragoness?
She herself is a danger. If she takes a level start, she will win easily.
Yes.
Even if she gets left 1 or 2 lengths, I think she'll still beat this lot.
Yes, and she has had an issue with the gates, and of course that I'm sure has been rectified or is now.
We are trying our best throughout her career. She's been giving a lot of problems at the gate.
Yeah.
A very temperamental filly. How she will behave on the race day, one can't say.
Yeah. We've got Rodrigo running in the 8th race, sir.
Yeah. Rodrigo's had a run here in race number 4 where he just got knuckled by the shortest of margins. He lost by a nose to Arcana in a 5. I would have preferred a 5, but he's running a 6 tomorrow. And of course, there's Dragoness in the race. And I've told Sandesh to sit on him. I can't jump and go to the front. I have to give him a chance. And there's also Lord Vader, who just got beat to ahead of my time. But he's well within himself and he'll run very close.
Let's talk about Lord Vader, who, of course, last time came second to ahead of its time. How's it looking for Lord Vader right now?
Well, last time he was beaten by a classic winner, so no complaints. This time he's running a class 3 again. It's a big field. So if he has the luck of the race, he should do it this time. He's well. Yeah.
Anyone to look out in this?
Well, it's a big field, so it's an open race.
So, talking about exclusive now, of course, last three runs in Mumbai, she won, and in Pune couldn't perform as well as she performed in Mumbai. She's running tomorrow. So, what is your take, sir? How's it
She
running
worked
for her?
well here. I think she doesn't like in Pune track because of last year she got a stress fracture after she didn't run in Pune. After when she came to Bombay, she won three races in a row. When she went to Pune again, and she ran fifth or sixth. But I think she don't like a Pune track. This is the first time she's running in Bombay in the season, and she worked well. I think she will run a decent race. Inshallah, she will be there. It's a tough race, but inshallah she will be there. She worked well, and she's looking also good.
Lovely. I'm sure this is a very, very good motivation that she's going to win.
Inshallah, she has a chance, good chance. Yeah.
What do you feel about Daly's swirl?
I've taken 5 kilos off and put on apprentice Haridas Gaur. But unfortunately, he's got a very bad draw. He's drawn 14. So now it depends on the luck of the race for me.
In the last race, so in the ninth race, you've got Hilma Clint, who's of course running after some time. So why would that have been like?
I gave her a lot of time because Sunday in Pune, she started losing weight. Her weight went down to 400 kilos, which was a little abnormal. Then I treated her for gastric ulcers, and now her weight has bounced back, and that's why we had to give her a little time off. But she's been working well since then. But this is a very open race, and I think she would be right there, but it's an open race.
So talking about Divine Thoughts, of course, she came second both the times she last ran in Pune. She's running tomorrow again. So what is your take on Divine Thoughts performance till now?
First time she ran a second saddle slip. Saddle went to saddle slip. After that, back to back, she ran in 1 week. She ran again second. But she's running tomorrow. That Basin's horse is there. He ran close with me last year, but he has a chance because of the weight. But I have a jockey called Sandesh. She's riding. He's a better jockey, and inshallah she will be there tomorrow. She has a very good chance to win.
So in the ninth race, you've got Outlander running in the 1,000 meters. So you think it's favorable for Outlander?
Well, this horse had a very decent outing in Pune. He ran 2 4s and he won a race. And I thought he would do well. I was very disappointed with him last time when he ran over a 7 furlongs. And he traveled well in the race, but suddenly he received a check and he just dropped out of it. So I'm still not sure what exactly happens. So I am bringing him back to his winning distance, that is 1,000 meters. And let's see what he does tomorrow. I hope he runs a good race, a better race than last time.
Who are the dangers?
I think in Outlanders race, I think the horse is number 1, Inish Moore. He's done well last Mumbai season. Then he had a long break, didn't run in Pune. And with 5 kilo off, he's coming a lot better than another decent horse in the race, that is Divine Thoughts. Because they met in Bombay and it's coming a lot better on paper. So Inish Moore is the horse to beat. Only negative thing about the horse is running after 9 months. Yeah. So an Outlander should run a fair race.
Then the last is I have a horse called Impermanence. She's been a little disappointing. She's very temperamental, and I've changed her training tactics. I put in the pool, and she's settled on much better now. And in that race, I have a horse called Hilma Clint and Outlander. These two horses to beat. Kaviraj Raj is my filly.